pass.
Colin King.
Mr Chair, thank you very much. It's
Voice of reason.
we'll have to push back at some of the false statements that have been claimed by the other side.
Point of order.
I want to seek an assurance, Mr Speaker, that notes being written by officials are not being handed to a backbench member of Parliament. That is a gross breach of the understandings of the rights of the officials to sit in the House. Their notes are only for the Minister, and it appears that they have been supplied to a backbench member. If that is the case, sir, they are not allowed in the House.
Well, I think the member's quite right. That is a practice that's not accepted in the House, but I've no evidence that they have. So, well, I mean, order. I'm on my feet. Notes can appear from all directions.
I saw it being carried. By who?
Well,
It was brought in across by a messenger and then to the member.
from whom? Look, let's just... The member will continue. We'll observe the matter.
And it was written by an official.
Colin King.
The point I wish to push back at, Mr Chair, is around the claims that the Ombudsman made about things being all nasty and damaging. It was quite interesting that when we draw a comparison that actually private schools are not subject to the Official Information Act. ECE are not subject to the Information Act, and nor are private training institutions. So what we're hearing from the other side is a massive exaggeration.
That is correct.
And when the Ombudsman did come and talk to us, the analogy that Ombudsman used was private prisons. Now, what we are talking about here is not restraining and holding people inside an institution. We're actually providing them with choice.
That's right.
So those statements and the scaremongering that's coming from the other side is quite baseless. So there are precedents for other institutions that are not accountable to the Official Information Act. Another point that I want to just clarify is around the rules of the Education Act 1999, the Act of 98, is that these schools, the partnership schools, are accountable to those rules around having processes. They are accountable to ERO, the Education Review Office. There's a whole number of processes that will empower parents, and in the way the contract is constructed, they will need to be able to convince the Minister and the Ministry that the person who is not a registered teacher has outstanding skills and qualities. So I am greatly heartened by the prospect of this bill and what it will contribute to the educational potential of those people who need that uplifting experience of success, and I support this bill.
A point of order, Honourable Trevor Mallon.
Mr Chairman, I decided to sit down and let the member finish his speech, but I do want to reiterate the point that I made previously. We have seen repeated notes being written by officials and then being directed to Colin King in this case, and he had at least two of them, Mr Chairman. Mr Chairman, I would like a ruling from you that if, first of all, I'd like confirmation from Mr King that was the case or that was not the case, and a ruling from you as to the fact that that is inappropriate.
Yeah, well, certainly the member is quite correct in that the officials are the Minister's advisers and quite at liberty to pass information and notes backwards and forwards before them. It is outside the practice of the House to have them passed beyond the Minister. I haven't, my back is there, so I can't see what has happened, but there is no rule about the Minister communicating notes to members. Well, the members, I guess, is right, but I mean, I'm not watching that aspect of it, so I'm just affirming that the direct route of notes from ministers to members is beyond the practice of this House, and I will affirm that. All right? Point of order, Chris Hipkins.
Thank you, Mr Chair. I won't labour this too long, but I think there's an important principle around the debate that occurs within the House